Hi there. If there's anyone on, type in a hi, say hi. I've got some housekeeping to do right here to get the message out that we have gone live. And, okay. Why is this not? All right. Okay. Oh, hey, Frank. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking on YouTube right now for this, and all right. Oh, here we go. Found it. All right. Let me share this to the groups, let people know. Oh, hi, Brown Dwarf. Okay. All right, got that out. And all right. We'll wait a few minutes and wait for people to come over from the group itself. Yeah, for some reason, YouTube and StreamYard, well, really, it's because I work off of a Mac computer, Apple MacBook, that, oh, did I buffer or something? Hopefully it's okay. Or you ran out of power, Brown Dwarf. Yeah, I'd sent out a notice earlier that I was doing a live this evening. So whenever I tried to connect on that live, StreamYard notified me that, okay, here's Sinead. Hey, Sinead, come here. Say hi. Come here, sit up. No, she just wants to lay behind me. Anyway, StreamYard notified me that, which I'd forgotten, they're not compatible with YouTube or really with Mac, Apple products, that I had to go through Google Chrome. Oh, okay, thanks. Oh, thanks. Yeah, did I buffer or something? Yeah, I don't know. We never did lose our power. I'm here in Western Pennsylvania, about 20 miles from the Ohio state line and around the Newcastle area. We got basically just not even an inch of snow. And it melted from the rain because the snow turned into sleet and then turned into rain. Then, okay, thanks, Frank. And then it turned back to snow again, and now it's gone. I'm hoping with this next storm coming in, I know I'm weird. I like the snow. My husband doesn't. But I'm hoping for snow. We need the snow. We really do. Okay, I'm hoping that people aren't confused from my earlier notice that I am unable to delete. Brown Dwarf, are you on my group? The Facebook group? You're just coming up as Brown Dwarf, so I don't know your real name. And Frank, are you on the Facebook group also? Okay. Oh, hey, Rooster. Oh, okay. Thanks, Frank. You're on a couple of the county chapters. That's great. Good to see. Yeah, Brown Dwarf. Yeah, we have county chapters through Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, the organization. There's 60 some counties in Pennsylvania, and we just wanted to help the people throughout Pennsylvania, give them someone local that they can go to. And so we instituted county chapters, for people to be able to, contact and meet up with. And, if you had a report or something, that you could contact your local county chapter lead, and, they could investigate if you wanted, and so on and so forth. We are still in the beginning phases of it. It's been going on for maybe the past year and a half, and we're still going through growing pains, basically, with the county chapters. Trying to fix the different bumps and so on and so forth. Yeah, Rooster, and yeah, we are, Frank. We are growing fast. We have over 19,000 members, in the group itself. And right here on our YouTube channel, we have a little over 1,600 members. And then trying to think, and there's quite a few people who are members of each of the individual county chapters. They're not members of the main group, the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. So in essence, I would say we really do have right around 20,000 members. We are growing. It's fantastic. I've had to bring on help, all volunteers. Thank God, we have good people, who are helping us. And I've got Bob Walls, who is our state director for the county chapters. Okay. Okay, great. Oh, brown dwarf. Fantastic. I'll have to check out your channel whenever I, get off of here. Check out your videos. Yeah. Now, where you're at, do they bring a connection between the Bigfoot and the UFOs also? Because I know around here, the Chestnut Ridge, particularly of Pennsylvania. Oh, oh, so you're new here. Okay, well, hey, I'll subscribe to yours. As soon as I jump off of here, subscribe to mine, please. Oh, thank you, Rooster. I appreciate that. We try. We're a team, and that includes all the members. We all help each other. We all, my admins in the group itself, they're fantastic. They take care of the group. They keep the trolls out. And our county chapter leads, they're all good people, very good people. And the members, yeah, there's a few trolls that slip in, but sooner or later they reveal themselves, and we get them out of there. We give them a swift boot in the rear and out the door. Okay, yeah, Chestnut Ridge. It's fascinating. In fact, there's a channel, well, really a film production group. They film documentaries. They're called Small Town Monsters. They're on YouTube. Look them up. And they have a series of videos on the Chestnut Ridge. I think it's called The Ridge. So if you look under Small Town Monsters and in the playlist, it'll be listed as just The Ridge. And I appear in a few of the episodes. I'm not sure if I do in all of them, but they interviewed me and, about my adventures that I had up there, along with some of my point of view and opinions and so on. And that's all it is. Whenever it comes to Bigfoot, there are some things that I can say with certainty because I've experienced it and witnessed it myself. But on most things about Bigfoot, it's opinion. And I tell that to everyone, quite frankly. I'll begin this podcast with it, being said, it's opinion. What I say about UFOs and Bigfoot. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, they're good people with Small Town Monsters. Yeah, they are. They're good people. Frank, do I know Stan Gordon? Yeah, I know Stan. He's I've seen him at quite a few different festivals. I've spoken with him, heard him speak. I don't have any of his books. I really have very, very few Bigfoot books that I've purchased from other Bigfoot researchers. Why? I don't know, because I don't want my my impressions and what I learned to be diluted too much. I know that Stan's books, they are, at least from what I've heard, they're all stories that people have sent in to him. And yeah, he is a good guy. He's a very good guy, great investigator. I don't know if he's still is an active investigator. I think he has a team um, that he may send out, and I know that a lot of people contact him, with their reports of both Bigfoot and UFOs, Thunderbirds. And to those, like Brown Dwarf, you're out of the area. And if you're unaware of Stan Gordon, he he's a Bigfoot researcher, UFO researcher from Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, Westmoreland County, as far as I know. He's been researching Bigfoot since the 60s, so I don't know if he's actually witnessed anything. Frank, he's in Westmoreland County is where he lives, and Westmoreland County is part of the Chestnut Ridge. The Chestnut Ridge runs, let me think, I think it begins in Indiana County and runs all the way down to Fayette County and over the state line into West Virginia. It's a huge, huge area of mountains, part of the Appalachian Range. And beautiful area. We used to camp there whenever I was a kid. And, that's where I had some of my first experiences and encounters with Bigfoot was while we were camping up there. We used to, and I've got a video on my channel where I go back to where we used to camp whenever I was a kid. And you're walking down memory lane basically because that area, it's no longer a campground, it's picnic grounds. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay, sorry, Brown Dwarf. All right, any connections? It's possible. It's very possible. There's, about connections between the missing kids in the 50s. Very possible. Don't know. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, you got to come out this way. We're having, and to all of you who aren't on the group, all right. We hold campouts that are open to everyone. And there are a few, let me see if I even have them here in my notes. I may have written them down, I hope. Along with the dates. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, good. Yes. All right. And I'll quickly go over these campouts. So I hope that, those of you who aren't on the aren't on the group, that you can join us at our campouts. Let me see. April. Now this one is not being hosted by us. It's being hosted by the Buckeye Cryptid organization that's out of Ohio. Their campout is being held April 20th to the 23rd at Salt Fork State Park. And that's at the group camp on Parker Road, Lore City. And let me see. There's a whole bunch of things coming up. There's conferences in Fayette County. They hold those throughout the summer into the fall. So we have notices about those. Okay, August 16 to the 20th, Hickory Run State Park Camp Out. September 9th through the 11th. Oh, wait a minute, no. September 20th, 21st, that is, through the 24th, a camp out at Tracy Ridge State Park. Oh, no, that's wrong. That's going over from last year. Holy crap. This year, it's September 19th through the 22nd. I'm sorry. Okay, boy. I'm going over my notes from a couple weeks ago that I made for a previous podcast. And there's one at Prince Gallitzin State Park that I do not have written in my notes, do I? No, I don't. Okay. Well, I will quickly go over my calendar. Okay. I know my phone always closes up. All right, let me go over my calendar real quick. I know there's a whole bunch in June. There's the Forest County Bigfoot Festival in Marion, Pennsylvania. Oh, congratulations, Frank. Oh, mid-October, you won't be. Well, the Salt Fork State Park campground, I think it closes the campers right around mid-October. In the Pennsylvania campgrounds, the state parks, I know you're counting down the days. No, I know. I retired early in 2014, and it was a happy day. It really was. Very, very happy day. It freed me up to do what I want to do, which is this, Bigfooting. Anyway, let me see if I can find that. Oh, here it is. Okay, Prince Gallitzin State Park. Okay, June 26th through the 30th. It's at Prince Gallitzin State Park. You'll need to look it up. Offhand, I can't remember. I think it's in Cambria County. I'm not sure. But it's a beautiful park. We were there last summer. We had a lot of activity, a lot. We had, because ahead of time, I wanted to find a park that looked active. It was an active area in the center of a state, and found that one. I looked at the campground map and found a section of the campground that looked like it would be active, and yes, it was. We had activity right at our camping spots. It was something else. Let's see, and September, I know there's another. Yeah, Tracy Ridge. That is up in Bradford, Pennsylvania. September 19 through the 22nd. Last year, we also had a camp out there. Fantastic. Again, I found some good campsites. And yeah, we had a wild time there. And so we are returning, of course. You know, we're masochistic, of course. You know, it's just the way. Hey, you're a Bigfooter. If you get activity, you return there because it's wild. Uh, you know, it's like riding a roller coaster. You get used to the adrenaline. All right, Bigfoot and UFOs. All right. Who all's familiar with what happened in Miami on January 1st at the Miami Mall? Yeah. Say, raise your hand or say, yeah, at the Miami Mall. January 1st, there were supposedly, I guess the official word is that there was a fight among some teenagers at the mall. This was in Miami, Florida, January 1st. Kids were shooting off firecrackers and they were fighting. And so the police, okay, Brown Dwarf, yeah. And so the police responded and responded and responded and responded. There's a couple videos, very short videos, where you can just about, if you stop the video, you can count probably only about half of the police cars that were there. From what I hear, there were over 200 police cars. 200 for teenagers fighting in the mall. Plus, I heard that they shut down the Miami airport over teenagers fighting. Okay. On the videos, that the short little videos that were taken from, it looks like either it was a helicopter or a drone, perhaps. It wasn't a very clear video. You can see something on the ground. You know, people were reporting they saw a 9 to 10 foot tall aliens, gray skinned aliens, walking around the mall. And on a couple of these videos, you can see what looks like very tall, what could possibly be aliens. We don't know. People who look at the video and study it, which I haven't done yet, they say, oh, it's a couple teenagers where standing there walking around, and the shadows on the ground fools the eye, makes you think that it's a tall alien. We don't know. I don't know if there's any more of a official statement that has come out. Apparently some police have talked about it, but then their comments have been erased. And and they've been threatened. This is what I've heard. And Brown Dwarf, you said that you heard about it. Have you heard anything more than what I've stated about it? That's about all that I've heard. All I know is it's everything, anything and everything is possible. They've been coming out, the government has been coming out recently about UFOs, UAPs is what they call them. And they're coming out little by little. But whenever they come out with something like this and with such a huge police response of over 200 police cars, and you can see them in the video, and this is over teenagers fighting in a mall. something tells you that, hey, this is either, the teen fight, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Rooster. Yeah, there should be more video coming up. But what I've also heard from people who know what they're talking about is that phone signals, video capabilities of your phone, it can all be shut down. It can be blocked, shut down. If you happen to take a video, it can be pulled from the cloud or whatever. There's a heck of a lot more that our government is capable of doing than, as I'm sure some of you know. I've also heard that from some extremely reliable people that some technology that the government has is at least 40 years ahead of what they put out publicly. What they are capable of doing is amazing. And so, again, they could shut down television signals. They can shut down cell signals. They can shut down your phone. They can pinpoint your phone. And, if you take pictures, they can erase those pictures. I've heard this from multiple people. So, was there video taken? Especially teenagers, if teenagers are there, I mean, really, it's a mall. There's shoppers there. Somebody has to have taken video. You see people running and screaming. No matter what, there's going to be someone with their camera pointing backwards, taking video. You know that. Yeah. Yes. And something else, and I'm not gonna, you get into conspiracy theories, whenever you talk about Bigfoot, and government, and the government knows about them. That I can state categorically, 100% fact. Yes, the government knows about Bigfoot. What are they, is this Miami incident a misdirection? They're trying to make you look over here while the action is going on over here. The old magician's trick. Yeah, especially teens. Yeah, somebody has to have taken video somewhere. But government capability, they can shut it off. So what really went on there? And there was some guy who posted a video, I think it was on TikTok, and you can pretty much tell immediately that it was all BS, because as soon as he started his video, claiming that he was there at Miami at the mall, and he was talking about what he saw and so on. Well, behind, in the background, you can hear spooky music. And so it's like, okay, the spooky music, that alone, that kind of tells you that he's BSing. No. And I think 2 days later, he admitted, he was lying. So when will a witness actually come out and talk, or have they been threatened to not talk? Don't know. If anyone knows anything, you talk. Unless you're being threatened by a government agency, which I know happens. That unfortunately happens all too often. Okay, the Pennsylvania Bigfoot and UFO connection, it goes back a long way, and again, if you follow Stan Gordon and his books, he brings that up a lot. He's a retired electrical engineer or electronics communication engineer. He has been researching Bigfoot and UFOs since I think the early 60s. He's written numerous books, where he has taken witness reports of both Bigfoot and UFOs, and where Bigfoot and UFOs have, I guess, come together, where the Bigfoot goes into a UFO, the UFO lands. And, I haven't, and, I said this earlier, I haven't read his books, but this is what I've heard is at least one of the witness accounts. And I've heard it from other people too, other researchers. Fred Saluga is another researcher who works out of, takes Pennsylvania, West Virginia reports. Fred Saluga, he is the West Virginia State Director of MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network. He is also the Assistant State Director of Pennsylvania, MUFON. He's been researching Bigfoot, ghosts, UFOs, the paranormal since the 60s. He has worked as a private investigator. He's the former chief of police out of Fayette County, Pennsylvania. He calls it Fayette-Nam. If you know Fayette County, Pennsylvania, which I was born there, Fayette-Nam, it's hillbilly country. It's right on the border of West Virginia, and yeah, enough said. I love Fayette County. It's a beautiful area. The mountains are there. Part of the Chestnut Ridge is there. Lot of Bigfoot reports. Again, I had some of my first encounters up there on the mountain. My first sighting was in Allegheny County back in 1967. And I've seen, for those of you who are new to the channel, I have seen 5 Bigfoot, but this is over a period of 50 years. Not all at once or anything like that. One of them I have seen 3 times, but I'm not claiming any special gifts or anything. I don't get into that. I really don't. World Bigfoot Central. Okay. This wouldn't be Duke, is it? No. Duke. Yeah, is that Duke? World Bigfoot Central. Did you change the name of your channel? Because I think you were or has it always been World Bigfoot Central? If it is Duke, good to see you. It's been a long time since I've spoken with you. Long time. Okay, Fred Saluga and Stan Gordon. They're both out of Western Pennsylvania, and they've both. You haven't had the radio show in years. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of used to. Yeah, seeing you on. Yeah, I know you have the YouTube channel now, and I've watched it every so often whenever I can catch it. Good to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, another researcher of the paranormal is, okay, and I'm always forgetting his first name, but his last name is Sitchin. Thanks. Thanks, Duke. I'm just having a senior moment here. Duke, you. Okay. Zacharias, thank you. Thank you. Yes. I read his books, 20 some years ago, and they're fascinating. Fascinating books. If you want to get into a possible beginnings of the earth and humanity, where did I wrote all this stuff down, and now I can't find it, because I wanted to. Here it is. He wrote the Earth Chronicles. Look them up on Amazon. Fascinating books, where the Anunnaki, they, oh goodness, I really should have gone over this a little bit more, but like I said, it's been 20 some years since I've read his books. But it's all alien based. And I think he drew his information from ancient Sumerian clay tablets that he was able to transcribe, and got the information that aliens came to Earth. They opened up a mine in Africa and had humans as their slaves. And apparently the slaves rebelled and took over. But there's a lot involved, with his books. It's fascinating. Get in there. L.A. Marzulli, he's another person to follow on YouTube. Read his books. He speaks a lot about the Nephilim, the UFO disclosures, Native American spirals, implants. But primarily I follow him for the Nephilim information because he is fascinating. I share his viewpoints about the Nephilim connection between Bigfoot, that they're possibly, along with, and I say this all the time, the Bigfoot DNA has been tested numerous times through numerous labs. There's 2 or 3 labs that I work with, and the DNA comes up. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, Duke, I'm going to have to look at your miniseries, The Giants and Nephilim History. fascinating. Yeah, I'll be following that. Yeah, their DNA has been tested. It comes up as unknown primate, and human DNA has been found, and impossible Nephilim. There's an unknown in their DNA, and what what I have learned from some of my research that I have been involved in, along with some friends, it pretty much confirmed for me the Nephilim connection, and what possibly could be Nephilim. It could be, right now I'm calling it Nephilim. It could be, it could be something else, the seraphim or Elohim. There's so many other ones. Goodness, my state director's trying to call me, and he should know better. I'm on. Okay, Bob. Bob Walls is state director for our county chapters. Okay, gonna have to decline his call, Bob. I cannot talk right now. You want to talk, Bob? Come on here. Okay. Yeah, they're not Neanderthal. They're not Denisovan. They're not Gigantopithecus, because you're right. Their DNA has been sequenced, so it's none of them. And a friend of mine who is First Nations, they had their DNA. They have cancer, and they had their DNA tested at Cleveland Clinic. In passing, the doctor mentioned that she had Nephilim DNA. She had no idea what he was talking about. But whenever I was talking to her about it, I explained to her what okay. Oh, yeah. Dr. Meldrum. Yeah. Well, yeah. Enough said. I'm not going to get into Meldrum. That's about as far as I'm going to go on that subject. uh, yes. Yes. Hmm? There's a lot more that I could say also, Duke, but I'm not going to say it publicly and get sued. The people involved will take care of that. But yeah, there's so many other things that Bigfoot could be, between their DNA. Good for you, Duke. I'm glad, because he needs it. He needs brought down a peg or two. But there's government backing, government grants that he is paid. He is paid to follow an agenda. And so that's the way that goes. He and others. There's quite a few others, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's. I don't hide my feelings about them. Um, yeah. Yeah, Frank. Once, especially college professors who want to keep their tenure, their jobs, they get government grants. Well, then, or grants through other organizations. With those grants come stipulations that if they don't follow those stipulations, they will not only lose the grant, they will possibly lose their job. Um, and he's been on television so many times in so many documentaries that, um, I think he thinks he's immune. Well, you know, we know, you know, we know, we know a bit more than what he thinks we know. Um, Bigfoot and UFOs. I don't want to go on about something like, I don't want to get off track here. Easy enough to do with me because I'm easily diverted. um, but, has anyone here seen a UFO? Who has seen a UFO? And I can raise my hand. Yes. Yes, I've seen one. Have I seen a Bigfoot? Yes, 5. I've seen 5. Have I seen Bigfoot and UFO together? No. Yeah. Yeah, it's in my humble opinion, and again, I have to say this in my humble opinion. Whenever it comes to UFOs and Bigfoot, I think that a UFO comes down, it lands in a field, a human will see it and they'll possibly run towards it and say, hey, what is that? When did I see a Bigfoot or a UFO? This was maybe 10 years ago or so. Um, this was actually during the 4th of July, and the fireworks were going off, and I looked up, and here's a line of silent black shapes flying over, and they were just round shapes, silently flying overhead, and there was a whole line of them. And this is at least 10 years ago, probably more than 10 years. Could have been a line of black helicopters. Yeah, could have been. I've also seen orbs. What are orbs? We don't know. We can only guess. Um, Now, again, with Bigfoot and UFOs, if a human sees a UFO, it's a possibility that, that you see a UFO land in a field, and you go running towards it, and you think, um, um, and you want to see it. You want to shake hands with the little gray people coming out, just like on Close Encounters of the Third Kind. You want to run up and you want to go up into space and have all kinds of adventures like Captain Kirk. And we all know Bigfoot. They're very curious. If they see a UFO land, will they come down and just to look at it? And yeah, just like the human, will the little grays or the big grays or whatever it is on the UFO, they'll take humans. Why wouldn't they take Bigfoot also? ADD. Okay. Some are taken by aliens that had their DNA changed to help them. There's many different kinds, different clans. More humans are bad than them. Many different kinds of aliens. Yeah. There's good, there's bad. Are there actually good, or are they actually benign? And that's my opinion. Not really good, but just benign, where they are not good, not bad, just in between, just observers. And what actually are they? Are they demons? Are they angels? Are they just creatures from another planet, another world, or worlds, other galaxies? What are they? And why did they come? Why here? Why is Earth, so special that, all these UFOs come and fly over the sky and take both humans and possibly Bigfoot also and do experiments? What is the reason? What's the purpose? Other dimensions, yeah. Okay, all right, Duke. Shaped like a teardrop, upside down, old-fashioned balloon. Yeah, glowing red. Yeah, mine was at nighttime, so I really couldn't make out anything. It was just black shapes that whenever the fireworks would go off, it would, you could see them floating across the sky. Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else here seeing a UFO? We want to share what you saw. It's fascinating. Because like I said, what are they? And like Frank says, they come from other dimensions. Are they from here? Just from another dimension, another time? Are they ageless? Have they always been here? You hear about bases, underground bases coming from the Arctic, a cave, an entrance to the inner world, the inner Earth, that they have a base, in the center of the Earth. What is it? There's tunnels throughout the Earth. We hear. running all through the earth, and that are thousands of years old. Who built them? The former humans that were here pre-flood, and then during the flood, they were destroyed, or most of what went on in the world. You can see ancient remnants of cities and city walls and star forts and all kinds of things that you can see, the remnants of, on, on the world, on the earth, and under the sea both. Who built them? Ocean bases, yeah. What's going on? Why? It seems to be ramping up also. Why? What is the reason? What's the purpose? Why here? Why us? Why now? It's a puzzle. We don't know. And again, are the Bigfoot involved? Are they the ones that I've run into? Would they have the capability of being scientists and so on a UFO, or being a pilot of a UFO or whatever? No. They the Bigfoot that I have seen and experienced, they are extremely talented and experienced and bred, for the woods, for the forest, for their environment. They aren't scientific. Okay, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Now that the Euphrates River is drying up, tunnels have been found. I've heard of that also. Yeah, there's tunnels, like I said, all over the world, and they're being discovered, that are thousands of years old, and that information, it's out there. It's not on mainstream media, but it's out there. Do you think it may have to do with humans destroying the earth, higher activity? Anything is possible. Anything. It's I don't think that humans have the capability of we have the capability of destroying the earth, but then we're not really destroying it. What's going on? I believe. Okay. All right, let me see here. I'm catching up with your comments here. Okay, don't believe in any UFO Bigfoot connections. Yeah, I agree. I just think it's coincidence. I really do. I think it's just, Bigfoot is curious, and they go to sea, and possibly gets taken, kidnapped, just like humans. My dog is crowding me out of my chair. Sorry. There we go. Oh. Yes, she's a Sinead. She's a chair hog. Okay, it's bad enough we do not possess sufficient evidence for either one, yet we really want to amalgamate two completely unrelated topics. I'll pass. No, I agree, Mark. You know, there's a lot of people who do bring them together. And I agree with you, absolutely. That's why I'm bringing this up. I don't think that they are connected, just as the only way that, in my humble opinion, that they're connected in any way is purely coincidence. Just my chance that they're there, just like a human is curious and they get taken. That's all. Okay, what we know about the UFO Bigfoot connection is when the space boys show up. Bigfoot go hide, yeah. Um, yeah, yeah, they'll go hide, but they're curious. You know, they'll want to go see what's going on because, heck, you know, they're damn curious. Oh, your W key sticks. Okay, I was wondering. Um, okay, ooh, we're going to get into some good conspiracies here. I like this, Tracy. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. DARPA and HARP. Yeah, absolutely. Aliens abduct them just like they do us. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, they don't bring all the humans back, you know, and what ones they do bring back, they're changed. They're tagged. Um, you know, they have implants. You know, so what you know, what's going on? What is the purpose? Again, what is the purpose? And they consider them enemies and easily squishable too. Scraping gray off their heels. Well, at least they're not. It's like the old joke about elephants. Uh, oh man, I'm not going to say that because it's bad. It's a bad joke. Oh, easily squishable. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if it's like, you know, popping a pimple, you know, squeeze the body in that big old head. Aliens frighten you. Um, I don't. Um, I don't think that. Who knows what the world is going to bring in the future? We don't know. Um, there's so much coming, so many changes that is going on, you know, in the world today. The world is being changed before our eyes, and one thing that I'm thinking is the reason that the government is finally coming out with their knowledge and video of UFOs and UAPs. They're going to use it for a purpose. The government is going to use UFOs for a purpose. And it all comes down to control. Well, yeah. Well, technology, like I said earlier, technology in actuality is at least 40 years ahead of what they give out to the public. Uh, parts of the military have technology that is so far advanced, like 40 years at least ahead. A friend of mine, you spoke about that, the things that he worked with in the government, 40 years ago is just now coming out available to the public. And some people say, well, that's from the aliens. Again, and I have to think that it's possible. Yeah, the World Economic Forum, WEF. Yeah, they are involved in a lot. Montauk, yeah. And AI, there's a lot, and that could be a possibility of what happened in Miami. Is how images can be projected, and at concerts they can project images, gigantic images of flames and explosions and all kinds of things, and it's possible that that's what they did in Miami, is that it's a projection, and they'll do that with Biden. They've got a projection, computer generated AI projection, that they'll put out, of him speaking intelligently, if it's possible. I don't think so. Yeah, hologram. Yeah. Test run. The hologram projectors have been around for a while, but possible for a portable one. And again, it's why? What are they planning for the future? And what Brown Dwarf said earlier, brought up Peru, Vegas. What's planned? What's planned for the future? And there's things in the Bible. Let me see if I can find. One thing that that flashed in my mind as soon as I saw that video and heard about it was there's a Bible prophecy for the end times about the beast being an image of the beast being killed. Is that what is being prepared for us? This portable hologram projector, between that and AI? They did in Florida because the water vapor in the air makes for a screen to project things on. Yeah, I don't know how they do it at concerts, but yeah, no, that's the humidity in the air in Florida. Holy crap, that's what keeps me away from Florida in the summertime. Yeah, there's it's more than aliens, that's going on. Alien is that's just a diversion. That's just a diversion. Pay attention what's going on over here. But the real thing's going on over here. Our between test runs, experiments, with psychology and our reactions to what's going on, what happened in Israel, um, Vegas, Miami, uh, what's going on. Yeah. Prestidigitation. My dad was a magician. I wrote a book. It was released about a year ago. And the first chapter talks about my dad as a magician, what he taught me, what I learned about misdirection. That's what it's called, in magic acts, as misdirection. And learning that helped me in my Bigfoot research. And it helps me in other areas of life, in any type of research that I've done, and especially now with what's going on, makes me more aware of and to look not where what's going on, what they're showing us over here, it's really going on over here. Look, whenever you see something going on, there's something else going on, not just what they're showing you. There's more to it. And this podcast is really gone in areas that that I didn't think it would, but thank God it did. I'm glad that Duke, I'm so glad that you came in here. I want to make sure that I go on your channel and watch your special series on Nephilim. That's a series that I will get into. This is basically my third podcast that I've done. I'm still learning the ins and outs of StreamYard and going through growing pains with it. But in the future, I will do a series on Nephilim. My personal experience in learning about the Nephilim, connection, what I learned, because we went out to Oklahoma back in 2018, along with a few other researchers, fantastic researchers, and did some experiments that confirmed to me what I'm calling Nephilim connection. Again, Nephilim is just a name. It could be Seraphim, Elohim, any of the other possibles. Fantastic, Duke. Yeah, I really have to listen to that. It's what happened in Oklahoma, cemented my conviction that, that's what they are. They are here. And is this, are all Bigfoot? Do they all have the same DNA? Are they all Nephilim? Do they all have Nephilim in their DNA? I don't know. All I know is they are here for a reason. they remain here for a reason. And that is something that needs to be studied and respected. Again, the first word in Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project in our motto is respect. And I try to stress that to everyone, that we have to respect the Bigfoot. We have to respect them as creatures of God, as creatures on their own. They are their habitat, their territory, their families, their family dynamics. Respect them. I teach that to everyone. Yeah, I agree, Duke. Yeah, not all cryptids are Nephilim. No, there are many that are evil. Um, okay, sorry. Okay, look at the story of Adam's Bridge and their Ramayana, ancient Sanskrit, at least 6,000 years old. Okay, I will look that up. And Mark Grego, I'm sorry, but that, it's my channel. It's again, I said at the beginning, and I say this throughout the podcast, this is opinion. But there are some things that have been confirmed to me through our experiments, that there is a connection. And that is, and for you, think of the Bible as a history book. And this history has been confirmed, at least in my humble opinion. You would like to talk more of the Native Americans. The particular Native American who was diagnosed with cancer, and her doctor asked her if she had, or told her she had Nephilim in her DNA. That would make you scratch your head, She had never heard of the term Nephilim. Never heard of it. And here this doctor asked her about it. There's something going on. You have to admit it. If you have any experience at all, with Bigfoot, once you get into Bigfoot, and I'm not the only one who says it. I think all of us experienced it and get into it, that once you step into the interest of Bigfoot, you are jumping into a rabbit hole, per se. Allison, you are Alice in Wonderland. You're jumping into a rabbit hole that is deeper than Lewis Carroll ever imagined. Yeah, they are people. They deserve the highest respect. Absolutely. I agree. Talks about how the Vanara, Bigfoot, teamed up with Lord Rama to kill the demon god Ravana and all the giants who were working with him. Yeah, I'll have to read more about that. Okay, the notion Bigfoot or Nephilim was started by the Mormon Church. One of the deacons in Salt Lake saw a Bigfoot, immediately decided it was a spawn of Cain. No, I've heard of that also. That they were the son of or spawn of Cain. That I don't believe. I go by science, and if science found something that is unexplainable and otherworldly in their DNA that is being termed Nephilim, and again, it could be anything, but whatever it is, it's connected. And I'll get into that in a future podcast. I wrote about it in my book. I think I sold my last physical copy. I did. I don't have any other copies to show you. But go on to Amazon and just look up my name, type in my name. I'm the only Mary Fabian, in Amazon. I'll be the first one to pop up. My book will be the first one to pop up. It comes in Kindle or paperback. No other Christian denomination is preaching Bigfoot or Nephilim. Nephilim, again, it's just a term right now, with the Bigfoot connection. There's something there. I really didn't want to get into, my experiences, in Oklahoma, but heck, I may as well. I can speak a little bit, more in depth, another time, but I can at least relate, what happened. Back in 2018, a bunch of us got together in Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma. Sorry, my sinuses are starting to clog up for some reason. And we got together, went all over southern Oklahoma, bouncing here, there, and everywhere, looking for Bigfoot, finding. There were 14 of us all together, and just about all, every single one of us saw Bigfoot at least once during that trip, everywhere we went. I highly recommend going to Oklahoma. It's a crazy state. Very boogery. Absolutely. Absolutely. But the one night we were in an area nicknamed Purgatory. It's an infamous area known for violent Bigfoot, for something going on, violent, related to the Bigfoot. We had activity that night, and the friend of mine, his name is Kumbo Baker. Duke, I know at least you are familiar with Kumbo. Tim Kumbo Baker. He's retired from NASA, an electronics engineer. I don't know what all he's an engineer of, but the man is extremely intelligent. Extremely. Well, a friend of his, mutual friend, and he were talking, and his friend had been doing some experiments with a ancient Hebrew instrument. And I'm sorry, Mark, if you're still on here, we're going to get back into the Bible. In the book of Joshua, Who else familiar with the book of Joshua and what happened? Yes, Duke, correct. Kumbo used the shofar. In the book of Joshua, Joshua's army was instructed by God to march around the walls of Jericho 7 times 7, and there was a certain number of people in this army, certain number of priests who were instructed to blow the shofar. The shofar is a horn. It's a ram's horn. Although this is and these priests, they constantly blew the shofars, numerous shofars constantly as they marched around the walls of Jericho. Eventually, the walls of Jericho fell down. And so that the shofar in Hebrew, in their Hebrew religion, is it's blown at specific religious times of the year, religious ceremonies, excuse me. It's a extremely important instrument. Correct, Duke. The shofar is used by the angels to call God's allies. We were experimenting with the shofar on this trip. Kumbo had practiced for months on how to use the shofar, how to blow it successfully. It's extremely hard to get anything out of it that is just not a complete disaster sounding. But he was able to blow it a few times, and whenever with Bigfoot, you blow the shofar, and you have to go to a certain pitch, and you have to hit this certain pitch, correct, in order for the Bigfoot to respond. Oh, okay, Levon, good to see you here, Levon. And so, yes, whenever we were in Purgatory, Oklahoma, Kumbo blew the shofar, and we heard a response. In fact, we got 3 responses from 3 separate Bigfoot from 3 different directions. They came in. They came in roaring. They came in miles out, and they were roaring all the way in, and it was a definite brown shorts period of time as we were listening to these Bigfoot come roaring. 3 of them come roaring in on us from miles away, like I said. They came in, and we're all, basically in shock, ready to jump in the vehicles and boogie on out of there, which wouldn't have done a heck of a lot of good with 3 alphas. No, we would have been toast if they wouldn't have heard us, which they didn't. They stopped about 50 yards out, and they just moved around. We could see them in the shadows. Yeah, this was an experiment that we were doing. This was in the beginnings of using the shofar. I know everybody and their brother are doing it now because they heard, Kumba was doing it successfully. Um, and everybody and their brother now are using the shofar. But yeah, you blow it, you're going to bring in trouble. And they came in, and all they did was we could see them moving around us. We could see them, back behind the brush. We could see them moving around. We were watching them. But they did nothing. And eventually, they were just watching us to see what else was going on. And I had the impression that they were waiting for another signal that they did not get. And that, to me, confirmed that they were connected in some way, shape, or form. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Stupid humans, stupid things, stupid happen. Yeah. Yeah. It's like a hillbilly saying, hey, watch this. Yeah. Stupid things happen. And yeah, they are able to read our intentions. I think, in my humble opinion, they are extremely good at reading body language. Um, they can see, if we are afraid, by the way we move, by the way we speak. Um, and they can tell if you are good just by the way that you hold yourself, or if you are unfriendly, if you're fearful, if you're aggressive, and so on. um, yeah, yeah, they're very good at that. Very, very good, you know at what they do. They where I used to live, there was one who would come around my house all the time. My nickname for him was son of a bitch. He was a bully. I learned quite a bit about Bigfoot from him, from that SOB. And that's what I called him, the SOB. He was nasty. He was a bully. But what happened in Oklahoma, it kind of cemented my conviction as to what they were, how they were connected. There was things going on there. They were waiting for something else to happen that didn't. Yeah, I used to sing to, or I would be singing in the backyard at my other place. I'd be babysitting some of the grandkids, and I'd be singing to them out in the backyard, uh, or else I'd wash my hair and go out back to sit in the sunshine and be singing out there, and that's um, he would come peek up over the wall and watch me, and I'd see him and I'd shake my finger at him. I see you, you SOB. He'd take off. Yeah, no, I set him straight, Christy. I chased after him one night with a golf club. He was being a bully. He was harassing my dog and terrifying, just she was absolutely terrified of him. And she had been bullied by humans before. She was very timid. She was a rescue, and she, this one was just being a real sob. So he made me mad, really mad the one night. So I jumped up, grabbed the golf club that I had sitting by the back door because I used to do chip shots out in the yard, and um, chased after him. He just ran away up over the hill. And I said, "You coward." Typical bully. They're cowards. And it didn't stop him from coming around again and just continuing to do what he was doing, just being a bully. But we moved away from there in 2016. And we live maybe 10 miles as a crow flies. um, from there, but there's different, it's a different troop, family troop that are around here. I've seen the alpha. I've seen him about 3 times. He doesn't, I try not to draw his attention. So he pretty much leaves us alone. Not really, Levon. The more I interact, there's, whenever and I have interacted a little bit more than what I talk about with different ones, I am cautious because no matter what, I am always cautious because, we don't know 100%, their intentions and what's going on. Yeah, exactly, Duke. There's not a doggone thing you could do to stop it no matter what. And I've pushed them. I've walked up to them, like 5 feet away and, shook my finger at them and, scolded them for doing things that they shouldn't do. They push their limits, just like kids. And sorry, Mama, don't take that. I don't put up with nonsense, not from them, not from anyone. Ain't gonna happen. If they're good to me, if they respect me, then I'll respect them back. But if they disrespect me, well then, hey, I'm 5'1". I don't think I even come up to their belly button. But no, I don't deal well with bullies. Short person syndrome, maybe. But no, I just don't. I won't put up with the nonsense. I will. You accidentally punched one. Oh. Well, oh well. As long as they didn't take it wrong, then you're okay. Apparently, you're still alive, so they didn't take it wrong. They may have realized, that it was an accident. They'll be ornery. They are doggone ornery, especially young ones. I deal a lot with the juveniles and yeah, like teenagers. Yeah, okay, you're vertically challenged too, Tracy. Yeah, okay. Well, I used to be 5'2". I used to be 5'2.5", but I'm 68 years old now, and I have since shrunk down to 5'1". Over the years. I don't know where that height went to, but no longer here. Oh, okay, Christy. Got a couple of vertically challenged gals here. And Levon, I know that you're pretty tall. Well, at least tall to me. I don't know. How tall are you, Levon? Um, 5'6", 5'7", I think is what I would estimate for you, Levon. Um, if anyone doesn't know, who's not on my group, Levon is one of my county chapter leads for York and Lancaster County, and she is absolutely fantastic, fantastic researcher. She just came on with us a few months ago. She's still learning, but her instincts are spot on. And yeah, I will. Yeah, okay, like an Amazon, yeah. You're German. You're a Viking. Okay, your dad's from Lancaster. Great. Okay, let's see, Duke. Oh, it's messing around with your cooler. Oh, stealing food. Yeah. Uh, okay. What what it do? Take off? Oh, you're welcome, Levon. Tracy, you're from Deberg. Okay. In the morning, there was a 19-inch track right in front of your tent. Ah, okay. Big boy. He was a big boy. Yeah. He shouldn't have been messing around with your cooler. Maybe that was a good thing that you rolled over and accidentally punched him. He knew he was busted. Don't take any no guff from him. Okay, big girl. Oh, um, yeah, that's what I don't know. Again, I am cautious with them, but again, I don't take disrespect from them. I don't take so-called. I don't take any guff from them. They. Oh, Duburg. Okay, you want to move north? Yeah. I used to work in Pittsburgh. I used to live in the South Hills, Jefferson Hills, Jefferson Borough. In fact, Jefferson Borough, we lived on a 100-acre farm, and I saw my very first Bigfoot in Allegheny County, just off of our farm in Jefferson Borough. Used to live near, right next to Thomas Jefferson High School, if you know where that's at, Tracy. And right now I live north of Pittsburgh. I live just outside of Newcastle, and out in the farmlands. Great area here. There's a couple troops in the area that I hear calling every so often. Uh, I hear him hunting the coyotes every so often. Okay, the part I punched felt like a basketball-sized sack of lard wrapped in shag carpet. Oh, TJ. How you doing, TJ? Great to see you. Okay, it never made a sound, moved away from the tent completely. Yeah. Well, he was busted. He was busted. He wasn't going to be stealing your food. Oh, ornery. They're so doggone ornery. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Linnea. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that you jumped in here. Oh, long time no see, absolutely. Long time. Uh, Are you still active research? Glad to see you. One of these days, one of these days, I want to get over there to Sweden. I really do. Okay, yeah. Just left them goodies outside camp and they quit coming in this swipe stuff. Oh. um, Putting food out for them. No, 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 no. Crypto Sweden, yes. Yeah. Uh, Linnea, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but beautiful lady, very intelligent, talented lady, research, researching out of Sweden. Um, Follow this lady and her research at all possible. Fascinating. Uh, oh yeah, Lavon. Yes. Well, yeah. You can't let them get away with stuff. You can't, because they'll push the boundaries, just like kids. They'll push the boundaries and see what else that they can get away with. Oh, oh my. Yeah, we've gone into some kind of looks like that Mark Drago that he left us. He didn't care for the talk of about the Bible and um, Bigfoot and UFOs and bringing in the Bible and it's no matter what, you cannot disregard different accounts. You can't say, "Oh, it's been proven false." It's it's evidence. It's maybe not evidence. It's testimony. It's witness accounts from in the past that it's still important. Um, it all comes in together, and it all ties in together. That you have to take everything into account, no matter even if you think that it's unrelated, because it's all a little piece of the puzzle. You write it down, mark it on your map, and somehow, some way, sometime, it may connect with something else. And then again, later on, something else, and something else totally unrelated. And that's how you solve the puzzle, or maybe just a little piece of the puzzle. All these little threads, all these little pins, all these little shreds of evidence, you put them all in a little box and you say, here, I've got this little piece of evidence that is possible that it's relevant, but they all tie together. Yeah. Whoop. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, Bob. Bob, definitely. I will be at least one of the Fayette County events this year. I always am. Last year I was sick through part of the year. I really pushed myself too hard throughout the year 2023. I really pushed myself, and I paid for it. And I suffer from long haul COVID, if anyone new on here, and and so my my energy level is, I run out of energy real quick, and my breathing isn't good. My lungs are affected. So, is what it is. But Bob, definitely, I love coming. Bob is the admin of the Fayette County, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Research Project Facebook group. And great researchers there. They hold and host, put on festivals, Bigfoot festivals, paranormal festivals. They are fantastic. They always have great speakers there, like myself. Hey. And I always enjoy going there because I love, every single one of you there. I really do. It's a great, fantastic group. And, just, let me know when your festivals are scheduled. I'll put them up on our events section, and to let everyone in my group know. And so, we can drive more people, to the festivals and get them out there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know the years go by and you slow down, naturally, like that. But then whenever, illness comes along and hits you, well, and it did, it just smacked me in the face and just knocked me on my butt. So I was down and out with that. And then TJ came to an event and spread some germs. So I was sick for a month after that. Thank you, TJ. I don't know. No, I'm lying. I don't know if it was TJ or someone else, but no matter what, there was a bug going around, and I got it. I was down and out for a month, and but hey, 2024, bigger and better things. There's a lot going on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, okay. Where we showed pics of a troll. Oh, okay. Ah, uh-huh. Lavon, pay attention to what I've highlighted here. Episode number 54. Okay. Yeah, TJ, you were taught to share. Yeah, thanks. Gee. You're welcome, Bob. Yeah, L.A. Marzulli. Yeah, I bought, I have a few of his books and a couple DVDs of his documentaries, and fantastic. He's someone I would love to meet and talk to. Yeah, little by little, Forest Friends. Little by little, I'm. That was, I don't know, through October, I think it was. Can't remember exactly. Um, but is what it is. Things, crap comes down the pike, you can't help, but catch it. And unfortunately, my immune system just isn't the way it used to be, and I'm not able to fight off. Even though I take a lot of supplements, the zinc and the sambucus, elderberry supplements, zinc, vitamin C, D, B12, and but hey, God is in control of my health, and that's all I can go by. Age gets us all. It does, yeah. Yeah, not everyone's perfect. Yeah, I got egg on my face a few times for a few things. Is what it is. Live and learn. Yeah, everyone um, get on World Bigfoot Central YouTube channel and subscribe. Fantastic show, podcast. I've known this man for, I don't know, I can't remember, 2020, well, probably around 10 years, come to think of it. Whenever Duke had the Montana Bigfoot Project Facebook group, and I loved the way that he ran his group. Just enjoyed it very much. And so whenever I made my group, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, I modeled it after the way that Duke ran his group. And so he's the one that started it. Thank you, Duke. He and I've been Facebook friends and YouTube friends, just haven't met yet in person. Yeah, I've been, okay, yeah. You love Montana, Lavon? Yeah, I would think that you would, yeah. Lavon you are from Montana or used to live in Montana, but LaVon, I think LaVon had her first Bigfoot sighting in Montana. So yeah, it'd be well worth it to subscribe to Duke's channel, World Bigfoot Central. He has a lot of great guests on there. Very cool. Okay, you lived in Great Falls, LaVon. Okay. I know your sighting was, whenever you first related it, it was fantastic. It was, I know how emotional both you and your husband were as you were relating it. And I respect the effort that it took you to share that with me and the rest of the crowd at that meeting. And I thank you. I thank you for joining us, LaVon, and becoming, our chapter lead for York and Lancaster. I just can't praise LaVon enough. Yeah, I know. It was, I think for you, LaVon, it may have been cathartic for you to share that. And that's why I say that I highly respect you being able to share that. Okay, you showed examples of the Giants' throw on your show last Sunday. You deserve all the praise in the world, LaVon. You do, and I thank you. I thank you for joining us. And TJ, this man, I don't praise all of our chapter leads enough. They are all fantastic. There's just some of them really stand out. And TJ, he and his son, he brings his son along with him, and I'm just so impressed by your patience and your persistence and tenacity. Just amazing, all of you. Tara, Julie, and Glenn, and Ben Duckett, all of you, just fantastic. I'm so proud of each and every single one of you. And if you're not on my group, and I understand, Facebook isn't for everyone. If I had my druthers, if I wasn't involved with Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, I would have gotten off of Facebook long ago. I can't stand it for the agenda behind it primarily. Okay. Parts 3 and 4 this Sunday, the plague of giants and the war of the giants. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Okay. Collecting and analyzing, trying to puzzle things together concerning giants in Sweden. Yeah, Yeah, because the saga is trolls and whatever else that they've been known as. Um, okay, Duke, I didn't know that Montana Bigfoot Project was still on there. It's still going strong. Huh. It's fascinating. The the old myths and what you call myths and stories and tales, the old time stories of trolls and everything else. You think of Lord of the Rings and all the different creatures there, and it's from the old tales, the old stories. Um, but those stories are based in truth, apparently, because there are um, Bigfoot type creatures there, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. Uh, I know in Scandinavia, I know they're there between Linnea and Suzanne Hornung. Um, Amazing. Yeah, Sweden, Scandinavia is on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list. I want to go there. There in Australia, I've got friends in Australia that want me to come, and I've been wanting to go to the Blue Mountains in Australia. My dog is behind me, crowding me out of my seat again. Come on. Down, down. Come on. Down, down. I want my seat. Come on. Ugh. All right. Sorry. Yeah, it's no myth. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Let me go back here, Duke. 31-inch track. Yeah, the mountain giants. Okay. The Mayfield report. Okay. I'll go check it out. Yeah, those mountain giants. Um, and I know from speaking with you years ago uh, how you would camp out. I think you had camped out, and there was one that walked past your camp, one night. Um, and I think I told you before that I had, or was it you? No, yeah, it was you that told me. Lauren Coleman has a photo of a mountain giant track taken here in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, as a matter of fact, just outside of California, Pennsylvania. That's in southern Washington County, near the Fayette County line. There was a mountain giant track that Lauren Coleman has a photo of in one of his books. And for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the book that you told me, Duke. So if you happen to think of the name of that book, let me know, please. I want to pick that up. That's right. You moved, Linnea, you moved to the island. Burial sites from Stone Age up to the Iron Age. Okay. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Yeah. It's just, they're not gone. They're still here. in mountain giant. Okay, they have 4 toes, 5 toes. Oh, hey, red dirt cryptid. Good to see you. Good to see you pop in here. Yeah, it's yeah, Duke. If you happen to think, of the name of that book by Lauren Coleman, that you said you recalled seeing a photo, and I think you sent me a copy of the photo, but I've long since lost that photo. Different computer. It was in one of Lauren Coleman's books, and it was a mountain giant footprint just outside of California, Pennsylvania. That's along the Washington County and oh, thank you, Duke. Thank you, Duke. Let me write this down. I got to write that down because I'm going to put that on my Amazon list that I've got 50,000 other books on that I want to get, but that one definitely, I do want to pick up that book. Okay. Lauren Coleman. Talk amongst yourself, people. Sorry. True Giants. Is Gigantopithecus still alive? Okay. Okay. All right. I'll have to wait till the end of the month whenever my retirement Social Security comes in. I'm one of those lucky ones who, you think of Social Security coming in for everyone at the beginning of the month. Well, no. Now they divide it up between, the first, second, or third, or fourth Wednesday of the month. Well, lucky me, fourth Wednesday of the month. Okay, descendants of the Anakims were here, blonde, blue-eyed, as they were according to Gary Wayne. Okay. Yeah, that was. Thank you so much for stopping by, Forest Friend. Thank you, Linnea. Yeah, Forest Friend. If you're on Facebook, please join my group. All of you, if you're not already a member of the group Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, please go in, join it. There's 3 questions that you need to answer, whenever you click join. So please answer those. Okay. Counts of things not Bigfoot, but they have more than one thing involved and didn't sort them out. Yeah. I want to get that. I want to get that book. Because, like you said, there's more. There's more out there. Kane from the Facebook page, Enoch, can't remember the name of his page, doggone it. He's Kane Michaels. He is doing fantastic work in the Hocking Hills area of Ohio. He's got a photo of something that's not Bigfoot, excuse me. with that kind of reminds me of that photo or that drawing, Duke, of the Wendigo. That's what the photo reminds me of. And that's truly frightening, because I've investigated Wendigo report in northern Pennsylvania. I'm still not convinced that it's not a Wendigo up there. I didn't find any evidence. I found Bigfoot evidence and other paranormal evidence. Yeah, Gugway. Yeah. There's a heck of a lot. Yeah. There's some weird things out there, Frank. Really, it's not just Bigfoot. You think of, okay, well, it's crazy enough that there's, Bigfoot out there. There is so much more that is evil and truly terrifying, that I truly, truly want no parts of. I'm only interested in Bigfoot, learning about them. Everything else, I truly don't want any parts of it, because the impression that I'm getting is just evil. And my dog's sitting on my chair right behind me, crowding me out. I've got like 2 inches of this office chair that I'm balancing my butt on and trying to. She's not a big dog. She's just a border collie. And boy, she's not happy that I'm trying to get her off my seat. There, you hear her growl? There, reclaim my chair. It's my chair. Mine. Yes, you're pretty, but you're a nuisance. Yeah, there's yeah, I haven't studied that much about them, Duke, because again, to me, Bigfoot, that's all. Linnea, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it so much. I'm so glad you stopped in. I plan on doing these every Wednesday evening, and I know it's probably Thursday over there. And yes, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, on my channel. And I tell you what, it's almost 9:30. I started this at 7 p.m. and I should end it. I don't know. My goodness, Duke. This. She got a picture of a Gugway's face, and holy crap, really? That's amazing. Good night, Linnea. You have a good night. Talk to you again. Yeah, Duke, that I'm going to have to look up the Dinopithecus skull. I'm going to have to look that up. And I wonder, do they have an artist's rendition of what one looks like by any chance? That would be fascinating to see. And I truly hope I never see one. I truly hope, because again, I have no interest in even researching one of anything else, because, this, I don't want to even get involved with something potentially evil. And that's the impression that I get, of anything else like that. And it could just be the pictures or artist renditions of them that give me the impression, that they're evil. Don't know, and I may be wrong, but I just want to stick with Bigfoot. I'll study Bigfoot. Good. I'd like to see. I'm going to have to look that up, Duke. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a friend of mine. He collects things like that. I'll have to ask him if he has one. Okay, they're 100% evil. They call them face eaters. Well, yeah. Yeah, three totally different creatures. And that's only a small sampling of what's out there, Frank. There is so much more out there that slithers up out of the deep, out of the earth. And boy, did we get away from the subject of Bigfoot and UFOs, haven't we? But we kind of stayed with Bigfoot, got away from UFOs, and that's just fine with me. I think we answered that entire question. Are Bigfoot and UFOs connected? In my humble opinion, no, not really. Coincidence. And that's just my humble opinion. I'm open to the possibility that they are. Don't know. But no matter what, I tell everyone, just stay open to possibilities, because it's all evidence, it's all testimony, it's all pieces of a puzzle. It's all connected in some way, shape, or form. We're all learning. There's no experts, like they all say. There's no experts in this field. There really isn't. We all learn, and I know so little, and I learn from good people who study a heck of a lot more than I. Like Duke. I learn from you guys. I don't have the patience. I stick with Bigfoot. I learn at my own pace. And and like you, Duke, I try to share what I learned, because, this isn't something we need to hoard away and hide what we know. We need to educate others and let people know what's going on, who are hungry to learn. Um, let them know. Okay. Yeah, I have seen orbs. Were they something paranormal, or um, I've seen orbs 3 times. The one circumstance, I am 99.9% convinced that they were the product of a gas pipe um, pressure pop-up valve, where the gas was released from the gas line and went up and caused these little orbs of fireballs or whatever to pop up, float up in the air, and move around it, which gave the impression that they were orbs. But that was my impression and what I think those were. The other 2 circumstances, I don't know. Don't know. I agree, Levon. It was a fantastic discussion. And orbs have more of a Bigfoot connection than UFOs do. The first time that I saw an orb, it was huge. This thing had to have been at least 10 foot across, and it was rolling down, zigzagging down a hill. Bigfoot connected, I don't know, because at that point in time, that day, I was not Bigfooting. I was just out with friends and saw it. The last time was last summer at Prince Gallitzin State Park. We were camp out, Bigfooting, camp out, and saw orbs. We were having Bigfoot activity right then and there. And we saw orbs floating around at the top of the trees. Energy is the impression, is it connected to EMF or infrasound or something else? Don't know. That's beyond my pay grade. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. And I didn't even sleep at a Holiday Inn. I'm sorry. At least not last night. Well, tell you what, guys. It's getting late, and this has been a fantastic evening. And I hope that you join me again next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What we're going to talk about, I don't know. You tell me. I got to highlight that. Absolutely correct. Yeah. Yep. And he may even have slept at a Holiday Inn the night before. Who knows? But yeah, I agree. He wishes. He's got a lot of fans, though, unfortunately. But it's what it is. Who cares? Truth will come out one day. It always does. But I want to thank everyone. Good night. God bless. And if you're on Facebook, get on the group, say hi. And thank you so much for joining me this evening. To every single one of you, you have a blessed evening. And Monkey Bunch out.